The microphone and podium will be open for people to come up and share their questions, their concerns, their voices, and their personal stories about how they've been affected by legislation and legislative changes that have occurred or that are proposed. Your questions, concerns, and stories will be documented in many ways. They are being Facebook Live, they are being live tweeted, they are being recorded via audio, and they're being recorded via video. No town hall would be complete without note cards. So there were also note cards at the entrance that we hope that you will share this information on as well, so that we can compile that information and deliver the note cards directly to the congressman. These remarks will be considered public and may be used in the future by Move On, the sponsoring organization, and whoever has access to Facebook. So just keep that in mind. Also want to mention that the potential candidates, the constituents here at the front, they are here to listen in light of the fact that Dave Brad refused our invitation. They're not here to answer our questions today. They're not our candidates yet. One of them, will eventually be, but they are here to listen. And certainly if you have questions for them afterwards, please stay around and ask them questions. Before I hand it over to them, I wanted to provide some updates from the congressman. Maybe I should stand and pretend that. Anyway, in all, it saddens me to share my updates from the congressman. I won't read them, I will paraphrase them pretty accurately, but 4 hours ago he posted that he wants to make sure that we are fully funding the border wall between the U.S. and Mexico. That it is time for Congress to step up and keep the promises we made to the American people by joining with the President to fully fund construction of a border wall and ensure the U.S. Border Patrol has the resources they need to secure our border. So his other post today well, it was here. The other post was about his meeting with Dominion Energy today, in which he is working rigorously to reduce regulation to coal mining and energy exploration in partnership with Dominion. So with that, those are our legislative updates from our congressman. That's how he's active today, instead of participating in our citizen-led town hall. So we'll go in alphabetical order. So Helen, if you'd like to start us off.
Hello everyone, my name is Helen Ali, and I am running for the House of Representatives in the 7th District. I have always known that I was going to be of service to our country. I know from a very, very young age. I enlisted in the United States Army and served as a finance specialist. Over the years, for more than 10 years, I've always looked for opportunities to be able to help our communities. As a small business owner, I understand the challenges that we're faced with trying to remain profitable and bring jobs in and compete with large business. And so for over 10 years, I was an advocate for small businesses, and I was provided the funding to help them expand and grow their businesses on many levels. As a result of that, I was appointed to the Richmond Economic Development Authority, and in that capacity, I was able to help small businesses on a larger level by helping to bring in hotels and restaurants and apartment buildings and retail spaces. As you can see in Richmond City now, there's a lot of development. A lot of that came from some of the initiatives that we took on more than 10 years now ago. As a result of working in economic development, I was also able to help in the initiative here recently to renovate Richmond Public Schools. So I am a legislative chair for the Crusade for Voters, and our senators Mark Warner and Tim Kaine introduced a bill to modernize Richmond Public Schools. We adopted that bill and we began getting the signatures required to get that referendum on the ballot. I'm happy to announce that we did get the 10,000 signatures in less than 2 months, well maybe 2 months more. We actually got 15,000 signatures. So in November, that referendum will be on the ballot. Provided everyone votes for it, we'll bring lots of jobs into Central Virginia, and the kids will have new schools. So it's those kinds of things that I'm looking to bring to Henrico, Chesterfield, Louisa, and there's a lot of different economic things that we can do with clean energy jobs and by doing the renovations of schools and such. Last week I was in Charlottesville fighting for love and inclusive communities. I think that's very important that we